How are we doing, shipmates? We've got different stands and lights, so I'm trying to get it just in the right place. Just a bit down. Here we go. A bit too much. Ooh, sorry about this. I reckon about there. Cool. Coolio. I'm a little bit early. That's okay. That's okay. So, what have we got tonight? This is for the guys watching from on a repeat. So, whilst I'm waiting for people to turn and tune in. Tonight, we're painting the man himself, Mr. Ragnar Lothbrok. SHVA02. Age of Vikings, heroic warlord. So, yeah. So I may start and let you guys catch up. So we start off with our favourite moonstone skin. See this angle, see if I can get the palette on there as well. That'd be cool, kind of cool. I don't think we're going to, never mind. It's worth a go. Let's grab a sparkly, shiny new brush. And away we go. So first of all, the medium to the moonstone skin. So we've done our usual Xenophore undercoat with Vallejo airbrush primer, matte black and grey. And we've got the usual Pebeo Pomace on the base. Keep that medium fluid. Yeah, so obviously the hand is attached to the spear in the packet, so you basically just glue it even in cubes. New brush needs a trim. Let's go back to the one I was using this afternoon. So we'll start with basilisk red. Medium. So I swiped someone's camera stand tonight, so hopefully it looks like we've got quite a good angle on it. What do you think, cubes? It's a cracking mini, this one. Yes, Mr. Hairy Legs. In fairness, if you're playing Saga and you've got a Viking army, at some point you're going to need a Ragnar miniature on here. It's the rules. I didn't make the rules. Right. Let's do Evening Artemis. We'll do that undershirt. It's a white shirt, so we're going to start with Dusty Skull. Focus seems to be jumping about again. Damn it. Thought I'd solved it, but so has everyone been busy hobbying this week, or has life got in the way? Well, generally it does. It's a good place to start that you can keep for his wife, isn't it? If you're doing a pub, in fairness. Right, we're going to go. Trouble I have when I'm doing miniatures, technically, I've got a lot of brown. Like, you got your furs and your leathers. You like to split them up, you know what I mean? It's very much easy to bang the secret weapon on board. We're going to start with Brigandine Brown. Which, in fairness, is a legitimate way to get this miniature painted really quick, but as ever on the Warlords, we're trying to do it a bit more zhoosh. So we'll start with Brigandine Brown on his booties. Oh, congrats. Many happy returns. Still busy beavering away the crow's nest. Sorted at the same time as trying to catch up on some comms, and then I get a few more, which is nice. Ahoy! How goes it, shipmate? Oops. do the scabbard in leather as well. Thinking about doing all the furs in a grey. Let's look at our dark greys. There's a Jean Blanche ironclad grey. We'll start with that one. The grey that's in the ordinary greys is kind of a little bit light. You get lots of medium on this one. I think I've got the angle right on the new camera. So now it's just getting it to stay in focus all the time now. I think you call it John Blanche ones you can actually buy separately now, I believe. It's called ironclad grey, this one. It's a pretty chunky old unit, isn't he, this one? So I was watching a random film whilst painting yesterday. And yesterday's random film was Seventh Son with Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges, isn't it? What accent? That's the question that kept popping into my head. Is what accent was he actually trying to pull off? I'm putting a little extra medium into the paint, so the paint actually is running into the crevices, which is one of the other reasons I do a Xenophore highlight, because a Xenophore undercoat, because now you can see the light bits are standing a bit proud, but good, fair shout. Yeah, thin your paint when you've got a textured surface like that. Otherwise, you just overload all the detail. Oh, pardon-moi. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Right, let's put... No, it's there. Should we... Let's build flesh tone up. So we've done moonstones, so let's go for agate. Come on, focus, where are you? Oh, there we go. So now we're going to start building up the flesh tone. So we're going to go across the forehead, nose, upper lip, cheekbones. Remember, this is the first one, so we're just leaving the very deepest recesses, the original skin tone, and we'll put a wash on at the end. Well, that's dry. We're going to go back to our red and go to the next one, which is Wyvern Fury. Furious Wyverns. I still managed to knock the camera over. It's on a separate stand. So we've hit the highest area. Not go under the edge of that first throwing shadow, or right under his armpit. Again, not right tight up into the belt. Just start from the peaks and work a bit down to the valleys. Just leave the bottom of the valleys, the original more purple colour. There we go. Just work around any areas you want to add a little bit extra to. And that's purple, and it's white. It's King Tan. Actually, we're going to jump one. We're going to go to Skeleton Bone. Oh, thanks, Rich. It was a pleasure having you here, mate. We're just going not right up underneath his tabard, but we're doing quite a bit of it. Hopefully, given a few more months, I'll be able to update the website to match some of the stuff that's here. Don't know, travelling's a bit of a pickle. But as you saw, Rich, for the amount of stuff that's here, it's impossible to get it all on a website. Okay, so what's up with this cat? Ah, there we go. Just as I was going to get angry with it. Next we'll do another red, but do dragon red. Yeah, I found a load of the old ogres and trolls today. Some of the original Citadel trolls before they went to the bigger base. They sort of enlarged them. The ones with the kooky faces and throwing rocks. Plenty of medium. This is our first proper red highlight, so we're going to stay into the major areas. It's a bit bright going on, but as it dries, it will blend back. It doesn't make any drop a bit of wash on it, you know what I mean? Just tapping it with a little bit of a wet brush there, just to blend in the edges a bit. Okay. So next we're going to go, we had skeleton, didn't we, last time? So we're going to jump up, and this one jump up again to bony spikes. I didn't want his shirts look pure white, if you know what I mean. So we're just going to catch it along the edge and the high bits. You have to send us some dates, Rich. You want to come down and have your goths battered by my picks. Gothageddon, I think we should call it. Goffageddon. Ha ha! So next, barbarian flesh. So next we just pick up the highlight. So we're literally across the top of the eyebrows. A little bit on the forehead there, because he's got a bit of a widow peak going on. Down the middle of the nose. Cheekbones. Just catch the knuckles. Joints. Back of the hand. Tips those fingers. Add a bit of medium. And we're going to get the same areas again, but with slightly thinner paint. So just where we had before, just to strengthen it out a little bit. Oh, mate. I'm going to destroy your goths. Okay. Deep grey. So I'm doing now a bit of bleeding, not quite as much as last time. I don't want it to, and I'm just going to start picking out areas I want to highlight. So as you see, those different layers. I don't want too much paint, so I don't want to lose any detail. But you see what I mean? We've got these big folds, and I just want to start working the colours. This deep grey is not, it's quite a bit lighter, but you probably won't see the difference on the camera. You can in the flesh, so it's like his knee in the front of his thigh there. That's gonna, but I'm not going right up underneath where the shadow is. A little bit on the bottom. This is still very dark grey, so. The other thing is when we're working with these colours, you don't, unless you're putting a glaze on very thin, you can actually work while the last coat's a little bit wet, so it will all help you blending. With the bony spikes, so the highest white on that one is pale sand. Keep be much of this because it's only a tiny highlight. Not sure what it focused in on there. So it's pale sand, but just literally there, a little bit along the edge. A little bit on the inside, upper top part of that sleeve. So we're not going around the edge at all. There we go. I don't know what's this bloody focus is rubbish. Pure red. Again, stay inside the last red you put on. This will be our highest red. There we go. That's our whites and our reds. So let's get the next grey. Deep grey. Uniform grey. So now we're starting to, those areas we hit last time, we're going to hit them again, but just the very sort of tops of them. So there's a little bit of medium in there, but it's definitely not as loose as we usually have it. But you don't want it completely dry. We're not over painting or dry brushing. You could dry brush this if you wanted to. We're just trying to blend it in so it looks a bit interesting. There we go. So now, once that's drying from it, downstairs compressor's kicked on. We're going to go for bootstrap brown. bit medium. Tips of his toes across the top of his boots. A little bit around the side. There's crease. The belt. We're going to look at anywhere that's completely visible. Usually hit the top of the belt, yeah, but then hit the bottom because his gut hanging over the top. So we're going to hit the bottom of the belt. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's downstairs. I've got there's a garage downstairs, and there's a compressor on one of the hydraulic lifts, and it's his favourite lift. But apparently, it slowly leaks. So every so often, the compressor kicks in, and so it's not completely flat in the morning, which takes ages for it to pick back up. He just leaves it on, so every so often it just clicks in. Which the first night I was here on my own, I thought, shit, I'm going to be whisked off in an alien spaceship and probably probed, which, in fairness, would have been a different experience for Friday evening. There we go. So next we're going to do another grey. We're going to do... Oh, let's go for... I'm just knocking the camera about now. Do ash. I'll grab the other one while I start. Once come up and knocking the camera about, might as well. So we're going to go for ash grey. Which obviously I don't use a lot of ash grey. There we go. Just need a little bit of more of a shake. Now those raised areas we were working on, I'm going to go there again. I'm not going to put any medium in, so I'll just let the wet palette take it down a little bit. And we're going to work those areas again, but we're only going to come halfway in and just touch our brush on them. A bit like, we call it overbrush really. It's very similar to dry brushing, but it's not, if you know what I mean. And pardon me, I'm just picking out our highlights. Anyways, heightened. Because we started, and it seemed a lot of work because we started all those dark greys. But when it dries and we lacquer it, we're going to have such a deep layer of greys on there. It's going to look pretty cool. Ahoy! There we go. I'm just working back around the miniature, looking for yeah. It's gone home now though. There we go. Now as we're working the grey, so we'd go for the brightest one, which is company grey. Because the one above this is pretty much a very white. And this one we only really want to touch on the very kind of tips, edges of where we've already highlighted. Definitely less is more with this white, well, this light grey. So those areas we've been working. Just gonna tap a little bit of move. Oh dear. So spill the beans then. We all do stupid stuff every week. So it's just a sliding spectrum of stupidity in it, really, life. Right, let's water down one of our mid greys just to paint these stones in. A bit thick, so we'll put a bit of medium on there. Just so the grey underneath will come through. Oh, you got them in the end. Did you find the missing terminators? Next, we're going to highlight leather with leather brown. I'm just going to highlight the leather out a bit. Pick some edges out. A bit of flat surface every so often. Shame I sold all my chain stealers a little while back. I'd done them in different colours per wave, you know what I mean, per 10. I had like, there was red, blue, green, yellows, and some white ones. So there was 50 gene stealers all painted up. Never mind. Never mind. It's cool. Let's do metallic while we're there. So gunmetal. It's just the tip of his spear. Yeah, you can't have too many gene stealers. Yeah, so just the spear. Next we're going to do greedy gold. Oh, Richard, it's good job around. I'm going to sort out that warpath and stuff tomorrow, hopefully. Cool. It's what to do. Just hitting all the metal up with a bit of gold. Next we need to, oh, missed this broachy thing on his furry bit. So next we need to do the spar. I'm going to stand up to grab the colours because I undoubtedly, undoubtedly knock something. Yes, I'm going to go for desert yellow. I was thinking about So I haven't done like a weekly project one for a while. So I was thinking about doing one of the 4-pointers again. So if anyone wants to, or has got one that they're going to start, and we could do it together, or make a suggestion, really. So I'll probably do another random one next week. Hopefully I should be able to do a video next week. I thought we haven't done a warband for a while. Or we could do, what else could we do? Yes, I've got another cunning plan. I'll speak to the beasties about it first. His hair, I was thinking blonde at first, but I'm thinking about doing it brown. Let's see what we could do. Yeah, let's do a dirty blondie colour. So we'll start with Sunburst Ochre, which is a John Blanchy. Use this for hair the other day. It's pretty cool. There's a little bit of moisture hanging around the top of the brush there, so just grab it to one finger, give it a bit of a swirl. Okay. Yeah, I was going to do grey, but what I've done is grey fur. I wanted to take it away from that colour. But we're going to build up a bit of yellow on it yet. Should I open my drinky? Where's my faithful Switto brush? Where are you hiding, my old friend? Yeah. So I'm just going to grab that white we were using earlier. There we go. Evening, Dale. I'll put a little drop of black on the palette. I get you, Rich. It's a fair shout. Too much black on that eye. Damn you, eye. Just keep adding a little bit of water. Get the bit off that you don't want. And we're going to get a little tiny bit of flesh. Mm-hmm. Paint some of this back in. We've got to put the wash on it yet, so we're cool. There we go. Hello. Mm-mm. So next we want, yeah, it's good that is for grey hair. I've run out of it at the moment. It's good for doing fur with as well, isn't it? Just want a couple of yellows. There we go. Demigod flames. I'll put all these away later so I don't have to jog the camera. So we're just going to highlight up. Oh, what's up with this brush tonight? It's dead, this one. So just run. So we'll leave edges under his beard. Not sure what's my little brush because this bugger's buggered. Sorry, with his head off screen then. Got the camera in different new stand tonight, so it's in a little different place. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all good, isn't it? That's the beauty of using the medium. You can turn any colour you fancy into a speed paint sauce. So I'm going to grab my insane detail for the yellow highlight. Fiendish yellow. So I'm just looking to highlight out with this, so it's just right on the edges of everything. It should be as if you're almost not put anything on. It's almost if you seal it with yellow, kind of blend it away a little bit. Okay. Then I think we went to barbarian flesh. We're going to go to ruby skin, just for a couple of tiny dots of highlighting. I must have got this little tiny brush out. And why not? So right. That's where his eyebrows are. So basically where the points are that we highlighted earlier. Just dab a little tiny bit of this ruby. Really. Center of his nose. Top of his cheekbones underneath those bags of his eyes. Ahoy! How's it going, Ben? That's nuts. And what we'll do... Ah! Yes, Mr. Furry Trousers. Senor Furry Trousers. Yeah, he's a lovely mini. I like this one. I'm a bit biased. I do like the Griffin Beast stuff. Okay, let's see if I can find the John Blanche warm skin tone. It's in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. It's like the raw skin tone. Warm skin shade. It's from the John Blanche range. Cheers, Dale. I'm just gonna get those bits around his eyes. Wash our brush out. Go back in and wick it away. I'll just leave a little tiny bit around there. A little bit up in his hand. And a bit around his under his neck. I'm just going to go around the edge of the hairline. Okay. Not too much because we've done a lot of work with the other colours. There we go. I wonder if it's going to be alright on the spear. Yeah. Drop it on the spear so it goes a bit blotchy. Yeah. Put on his bag there. There we go. Let's get the... Yeah, that's true. Wasn't very kind, was it? Yeah, I don't think adders would have done the job, would they, really? Do you reckon they were imported steaks? Right, this brown here is a mixture of all the browns, basically oak brown, all that sort of palaver. And I just chuck it, scoop it off the pallets and stuff, put it into that bottle, add matte medium to it. I thin it out so when it goes on the base, so the pomace shows through. If you want it to look lighter, you can just add a bit more medium to it so a bit more of the base shows through. And you get free paint to do your bases with. If you're doing bases where, like urban ones, you can paint this stuff. That's why I go for the neutral. So I paint it grey, paint it whatever colour. If you want it to look like sand, you can leave it flatter and use yellows. Well, there's speed paints going this for a while, but it does eat speed paints, I promise. So technically I've made my own, really. I just grab it all back up, put it back in the pot. At the end of a painting session, if there's stuff on there, if there's brown on the wet palette, I'll scoop it in this pot. Scoop whatever medium I've got left in the palette in there, and it seems to say 4. If I run out of the brown, I just squirt some oak brown in there. Right, let's see what we've got. Let's do the victory lap. Okay, let's have a look at this bad boy. Need a bit of black wash on spearhead. I don't think the gold needs any flesh wash on it because there's just not enough of it. I might get away with it on there, but it's not going to really show. But let's just put a bit of black wash on there. Now, if you wanted any areas on the cloak to be dark at this time, say for instance that bit down there, that you can just, not too much wash, you just paint in. But be careful because we've done a lot of work on it, so. There we go. Add some to the inside of his cloak. I think he's pretty much done. Yeah, so there we go. There we have it. Ragnar Lothbrok. Mr. Hairy Breeches himself. In honour of Ben, who joined us late. Yeah, so hour and 20 minutes. There we go. He's a straightforward miniature. He's from Griffin Beast. He's 450. He comes with a base. And I will do my usual, let him dry overnight, stick a couple of tufts on that base, and get him in the light box. Cheers, Rich. So, didn't really have time to chat. It was all work tonight, wasn't it? I suppose Crow's Nest update. The Crow's Nest is open to visitors. I'd say it's probably, I reckon, Rich, about 80% sorted. I've got one big game table and 2 smaller ones. There's another big one on the way. So we can set games up now. And in the future, we should be running some Age of Magic tournaments and such like. What else has gone on? Or many blisters of old hammer stuff, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. Also got the Griffin Beast stuff in. Yeah, the D&D room is functional. Oh, the camera has been knocked again by a clumsy painter. And yeah, so I'm aiming at Saturdays and Sundays. I'm aiming to get here at 10 o'clock in the morning, dog willing. If he decides to be a pain in the ass, 10:30 at the latest. So 10 o'clock I should be here on Saturdays and Sundays. And I would sort of hang around until I know there's going to be no one coming. So if you are coming and it's going to be later, drop us a message on Facebook. It's probably your best bet. Weekdays are a bit more random because it depends on how busy I'm working. But until we get going, there's no fixed times of the week. So if you do want to visit me in the week, drop us a message. All this is subject to change, especially because we're right on top of Christmas. And I think that's it, really. Unless anyone's got any questions. I've waited the obligatory time for any questions. Right. That'll be quite a jaunt. Whereabouts are you again? Gee, oh God, I've got brain like a sieve. It's weird. I'd say stuff on the thing and I go wait. This delay as AI checks everyone's chat. Make sure that no one's being naughty. Yeah, cheers, Rich. Oh, I was asking whereabouts. I couldn't remember where you're based, G. Fair, that's it. Bavaria. Nice. Yeah, it's a fair trip. that would be a fair. Yeah. Right, I'm going to cut you guys loose because now I'm just nattering. Thank you for joining me again. I shall try and work out earlier. Oh, I'm going to do a random one next week, and then I'll announce next week what box set we'll be doing to give people a chance to get hold of it if they want to paint along, because that'd be fun. We've done that before. Nice. Cheers then, guys, and thanks for joining me. Don't forget, if you're watching this tomorrow and you've not liked, subscribed, and hit the notification bell, if you do that and help a guy out, that's brilliant. And till then, signing out from the crow's nest. See you again. Cheers, guys.